Hi, this is Sean Jeffrey with REMAX Real Estate. Been with REMAX for 25 years now, in real estate for over 26. Wanted to share another market update with you with some trends I've been seeing in the last couple of weeks. And I'm not sure if these trends will continue or not. And so I wanted to share a couple things with you regarding uh, months of inventory and new listings, and could that affect our market here in Whatcom County. I'm going to share a screen with you here. Let me share it with you here. So first I want to share, if you've watched some previous videos, you would have seen this already. So I want to share statistics with you for residential homes only in Whatcom County. So I've done Whatcom, Bellingham, and Ferndale. This is stick-built homes, no land, no condos, no manufactured homes. So some other numbers may look different than mine, but this is how I've been keeping track of them. And as you know, rates went into that 6%, 6 and 7% range back in October. And so I've kind of been keeping track of how that has affected our prices in the area. The two things that I've found out, that statistics are showing that prices have held pretty much steady, but we've decreased the number of pending sales and solds because that has priced people out of our market in this area. And so I just wanted to show you here. So what I have is, last time I ran this was in April, and you can see pretty much flat. Bellingham was the biggest discrepancy with seeing a decrease of 7% in average sales price. But I really believe when you look at the statistics closer, that a higher percentage of sales were in that lower price range under 650. And I would say 65-70% of the sales were in that range. Hence, that would affect our averages. So you really need to look over time, a longer time period, to see if prices are really affected with the average. And so I reran the numbers for up till today, June 9th. What I found I don't have them on the screen here for you, but for Whatcom County, our average is actually up to about 673. And so that number's bumped up a little bit from 670. Bellingham actually bumped up to the 795 range. Ferndale dropped actually a little bit more to 632. So Bellingham, we've only seen a 3% decrease in price. Whatcom County's bumped up to about 2.2. Ferndale fell to about 2.3. So still not enough time, I believe, to see if prices have really dropped. These numbers show they pretty much held steady, in my opinion. The only difference that I'm seeing now here, and I'm going to stop share on here, and I'm going to share. I'm going to get to a different statistics here. Let me find that here. Let me share this one. So I'm going to go to our info spark. So what I'm going to do here, the things I've been noticing is we've seen more listings and time on market has increased. And so the question is, will that actually affect our prices? Because I believe that we were going to stay really record low inventory with similar rates at 7%, hence why I believe our prices would remain stable for the next 4 or 5 years. No big increases, no big decreases. But the one thing, and the reason I say that is statistics I shared probably a week ago is out of all the loans nationwide, 94% of the people are under 5%. Out of those 94% range, people between 3 and 4% are about 62%. And then we have people, I'm at 2.8. And so my belief is people are going to be staying put in their homes right now, especially for a longer period of time. That would keep us at record low inventories. The last couple of weeks, last month has actually surprised me. So that's what I want to share with you. So what I did here is I did Whatcom County. I got to do residential homes, all price ranges. And let's see, I'm going to take off the 12-month average. So here is what it looks like for Whatcom County, all residential homes. In December, we saw obviously low record of new listings, even lower than the previous years. But we're starting to see that bump March. So we hit April, May. We've seen actually a huge increase in listings. And so we've seen that increase in listings. And even the last couple of weeks in June, which you don't see in here, last 7 days, we've had over 100 new listings. So we've really bumped up in the first week of June. And for May, we had 384. So we're over a quarter of that in just the first 9 days in June. So, which is interesting as well. And so you see new listings increasing, and then let's show months of supply. We're starting to see months of supply increase. We were at 2.4, and that was pretty similar when I looked at Ferndale and Bellingham when you separate the cities. And so you can see over the last couple of years, we're at 0.9, 0.1, and that's where I thought we were going to stay at this time this year. And you see a bump here in August at 2.6 in 2022. We're already at 2.4. So my belief is we could be hitting the 3-month, 4-month. If that happens, we're going to see more inventory, more sellers competing for the less amount of sales. And so let me share that screen with you. So here is my home page for my multiple listing here. And I watch this every day. So just in the last 24 hours, we've had 30 new listings. And out of those 24 hours, it shows 23 pendings, but that number is actually deceiving, because when you actually go into it, it also includes any sales that were already pending prior to this time frame. And so when you start taking that number out, we were actually at about 15 pending. So we're at about 50% of the new listings, 50% pending. So the last couple of years, we were seeing 100% new listings, or let's say 100 new listings, and then we were seeing 100 sales. So that kept it at low inventory. Now we're at, for example, 100. Now we're seeing 50. And so our months of inventory, the trend I'm starting to see is increased amount of monthly inventory. And so will that keep rising? And if it does, I believe that will affect our prices a little bit here in our county. And so let me go back. So that's 24 hours, 3 days. We are at 90 new listings, 58 pendings, bump that down to about 35 or 40 that are actually weren't pending, already pending. That went from pending inspection to pending. And same thing, let's look at the last week, 110 new listings. I counted about 60 of those as new pending. So we're seeing an increase in listings, but we're seeing obviously a decrease in the number of pending sales, and so our inventory is going to be building up. I wasn't expecting that, and it just could be a month, this trend this month, and we could start seeing that bump back down. If it does, I believe we're going to hold steady, but keep an eye on what happens with our inventory, because I believe if that keeps increasing, we're going to start seeing some competition between sellers to reach those buyers that are still out there, because our buyers have decreased. So there'll be a little more competition with sellers. The other thing I didn't show on there is the number of price reductions. We're seeing, like in the last week, we're at 50 price reductions. We haven't been seeing, last couple of years, there haven't been any price reductions. So we're starting to see that as well. So the question remains, what happens with inventory? If it goes up, I think there'll be some good deals out there for buyers. So keep an eye out, keep looking, because good deals could be out there. And if prices hold steady, you're still it's a win-win. You're still in the market. You're still going to get that, the many benefits of owning property, tax benefits and the equity over time. Still one of the great investments. So hope you find this helpful and informative, and I'll keep you updated. If you want to stay in touch, have coffee, reach out to me, Sean Jeffrey at REMAX.net, 360-961-2483, SeanJeffrey.com. If you're needing real estate services, I'm always glad to help sellers and buyers. I'm here to help you. I've been doing it for 26 years. So hope you have a good rest of this Friday, June 9th, 2023. You have a great Friday afternoon.